That's good, mister. That's real good. What are you? You, some kind of magician? How about you put on a little show for me? Just to help pass the time.
How about I make you disappear?
Keep away from them bars, Rummy.
Well?
It's for sure all right. Order from the governor's on its way from the capital.
You're just gonna have to get me out of here then before it comes. Won't you?
I don't know, Dobbins. It's...
How about for this? And a couple thousand more just like it.
Where?
Well, you get me out of here. We'll go there together. Partner. You still here?
Well, full house. Aces high.
Not so fast. 1, 2, 3, 4 ladies.
She did it again. How is she doing it?
Don't ask me.
Teaspoon around?
He's probably at his office. Why?
Special order from the governor.
Oh, Cody, I got a letter for you, too. All the way from New York.
New York?
There you go.
Dear Mr. Cody, we are happy to inform you that they bought it. They bought my story.
Who bought it?
What story?
About the Pony Express. About us.
What about us?
Everything. I sent in part of my journal as a story to one of them periodicals, True Tales of the West, and they bought it and they want to see more.
I didn't know you were writing a journal.
I didn't know you could write.
It says right there, it's going to be in the very next issue.
Hey, wait.
Well, I've been working on it for a while, but I kept it a secret from y'all because I didn't want you funning me. It says right there, they want the real truth.
From you?
I think it's great, Cody. Shows you're thinking about the future. I, for one, can't wait to read what you wrote about us.
Well, Lou, I'll be sure you get the first copy. Well, maybe the second.
Teaspoon, we should just burn this thing and put it out of its misery.
It's time to spruce up. This place ain't been cleaned
Teaspoon,
since...
This just came for you, straight from the governor.
What is it?
It's an extradition order. Fella doing time for robbery in Hooper County, but marshals in Kansas want him to stand trial for murder.
What's his name?
Floyd Dobbins.
Floyd Dobbins.
You know him, Jimmy?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
I haven't.
You consider yourself lucky. He ain't the kind of fella you want to cross paths with.
Trouble is, Dobbins due to get out of jail day after tomorrow. Governor figures we're the only ones who can get this order to Hooper in time before he's sprung.
It's a 3-day ride.
It'll get there. I'll make it.
Does that mean you're volunteering, Mr. Hickok?
Yep.
Well, pin this on and take this. And Jimmy, ride safe.
Got everything you need?
Don't need much.
Cooper County's a long ways off.
Not that long, Jesse.
Long enough for a body to get awful lonesome by themselves.
Jesse, I'm not taking you with me, so you can quit trying to get me to ask you.
You gotta let me go, Jimmy.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. It's time.
Time for what?
Time to show them what I'm made of. Do what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, come on, Jesse.
No, I'm sick of letting you talk me out of things. All day long, you guys have me cleaning the bunkhouse and sweeping the jail and carrying mattresses around. But at night, I dream of the way things ought to be.
Yeah, and how's that?
Me making the difference. You must have felt the same way once.
Yeah, I guess I did.
Then you know why you gotta let me go.
No. I understand why you can't.
I don't care.
Get on back to Rock
I ain't
Creek.
going back.
Don't argue with me! Hold up. Hold up. What'd you do to her?
I don't know. I was riding pretty hard, but...
You hurt her leg real bad. You're lucky you made it this far.
So now I suppose you're just gonna leave me here?
Well, it'd serve you right, Jesse. I wouldn't do that to the horse. Give me the reins and get on back.
You'll see. I won't be no trouble. Heck, I can be a lot of help and good company, too. You won't even know I'm around. I'll be as quiet as a scared hare first day of summer. Besides, this time I showed you what I could do, Hickok.
Why don't you start with keeping your mouth shut?
Credit? You must think I'm as dumb as this mule. I don't give no credit, and you ain't got nothing I want to trade for. You come back when you got cash money.
He ain't gonna make no trade. Just get on back, Emmett.
Fine animals, aren't they? No, you won't find better horses in the whole territory.
Listen, I bet we swap that horse for my friends here.
Well, let's see. She's lame.
Why do you think we're even talking to you?
Look, mister, this horse is twice the animal yours is. Now, in a couple of days, she's gonna be as good as new. It's a deal I wouldn't pass up.
Yeah, well, you ain't me, are you? This horse don't look like nothing to me.
Come on, Jesse, let's find someone who knows what they're talking about.
You saying I don't know my business?
You call this a business?
Take that back. I said take it back.
Teach him a lesson, Hickok.
Stay out of this, Jesse.
Hickok? You're Wild Bill Hickok?
In the flesh. You called out the wrong man, mister.
Jesse.
You don't look old enough to be Hickok. Well, Wild Bill, let's see who you really are. Thought so.
Told you.
Which one of those horses did you say you were interested in, Mr. Hickok?
You got horses?
Out back.
How about the sheriff?
Over to the saloon, having a drink.
All right, you done good.
Hey, Curtis, you seen my... What the hell?
What'd you have to kill him for?
He was in my way.
Not going back on our deal, are you?
Our deal's the same as it's always been.
There you are, partner. Thank you.
Tompkins, are they here yet? Tompkins? Well, are they here?
Cody, I'm pleased to say they're here. Now, the reason I'm pleased is because I won't have to listen to you ask me anymore if they've shown up yet.
Well, I'm glad that you're happy, Tompkins. Now let's just get this crate open. On the Trail with the Pony Express by William F. Cody.
Congratulations, Cody. You owe me a dime for that.
Tell you what, Tompkins. Here's $1. I'll be taking 10 of these. One for each of the riders, a few extras in case any of them want more than one copy.
Why don't you just buy the whole box?
Well, I wouldn't want to deprive your customers of the opportunity to read about my exciting exploits.
You mean you filled the whole book just writing about yourself?
Of course not. There's a whole bunch of stuff about the other riders in here. Plenty of it. I gotta go, Tompkins. Boy, wait till they get a load of this.
Yeah. You can say that again.
Marshal. Marshal.
Excuse me.
So where are we headed?
We?
You gonna start that again?
No, I'm starting after Dobbins, and you're gonna end up in Rock Creek.
I ain't going back, Jimmy. You're gonna have to take me or you're gonna have to shoot me.
All right, you can go.
Really? I'm going with you?
A lot easier letting you come than telling you why you can't.
You won't regret it, Jimmy. I'll do you proud. Anything you say.
All right, look. Why don't you start by going over to the general store, getting some supplies. We'll be on the road for about 2 days.
You got it. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
More like 2 weeks.
Jimmy? Forgot to tell me what you wanted. Maybe you better come with me.
Is that Cody's magazine?
Yeah, it sure is. Have you read this yet?
Well, he gave me a copy, but I hadn't gotten around to it yet. Is it funny?
Well, you could say that.
You can't imagine what he's been like these last few days.
Scared to talk to you.
Whatever for?
Oh, no reason. You really haven't read this, have you?
No. Should I?
Well, if you get around to it, parts of it are kind of entertaining. But I wouldn't read page 5 if I were you.
Page 5, huh? What are these pages?
Oh, I'm just marking the spot.
Rachel, the woman who runs the station, is a true joy to have around.
I think that's about enough.
Not only is she quite competent at doing her job, but the way that woman fills out a dress is enough to make a blind man blush. I can't believe he wrote that about me.
I wouldn't read page 7 if I were you.
get through with him. He's not going to remember how to read, let alone write.
Oh, Rachel, you forgot your things. Let's see, where was I here?
So where are we headed? Are you gonna keep it a secret?
It's a little ranch outside of Clinton.
Who lives there?
Someone Dobbins is itching to meet. It'd be nice if we got there first.
There's bad blood between you two, ain't there?
What makes you say that?
The look in your eyes, the way you say his name. What'd you do?
Just hurt some innocent people.
That ain't all, is it?
Jesse, look, I just want to get him to Kansas so the law can take care of him. That's all.
No, it ain't. You want to kill him, don't you?
If it gets to that?
Hang around you, it generally does.
Jesse, I don't get you. What is it about folks killing each other that interests you so much?
I don't know. Maybe I just been around it so much I'm curious.
Yeah, well, you get too curious. You may just find out more than you want to.
Good news, Teaspoon. Kid ran across a horse trader. Says he saw Jesse and Hickok together.
Oh, that boy. Well, at least he's in good hands. Jimmy knew it was good for him. He'd swap Jesse for a new saddle.
Right about now, Cody's the one I'd like to swap.
Was something troubling you, Lou?
Only this.
What, Cody's story? I've been saving that. I intended to peruse it tonight before bed.
Well, just don't read it while you're eating.
Is that a hint of literary criticism in the air?
It's trash, Teaspoon. Listen to this. Lou was awful quiet when we first met. I could understand it, too. Every litter has to have a runt. Seems like Lou was ours.
Well, that ain't so bad. The boy's just being colorful.
Still, we felt sorry for him and decided to keep Lou on. Even though he can hardly lift up a mail bag to get it on a horse.
Well, at least he didn't say he was a girl.
That's because he knows I would have pounded him into dirt.
Lou, you can't fault the boy for having an active imagination. That is the mark of a great writer. You just can't let it bother you.
Then I suppose you're not going to let this bother you.
The fella running the outfit is an ex-Texas Ranger by the name of Teaspoon. Strange name that certainly don't refer to his eating habits. He is more likely to chow down with a shovel than with a teaspoon. And he's got the belly to prove it. It's a slight exaggeration. Now, this next part's a lie. And that's a bigger lie.
Colorful, ain't it?
Cody!
Dobbins?
Maybe. You stay here.
Where'd she go?
She moved, I told you. I bought the place for her a couple of years back.
Where'd she move?
I don't know.
Don't lie to me, old man.
Somewhere north of here. Out on the other side of town. That's all I know. I swear it.
Don't try it, Dobbins.
Hickok.
Put it down. You got to. Put the gun down.
Well, well, well. If it ain't little Jimmy Hickok all growed up.
Over there.
Appreciate your help, son.
come too late, Jimmy. Leland's wood had done moved off.
No, I came for you. I'm taking you to Kansas to see you hang.
You working for the law? Huh, that ain't the story I heard.
Well, you heard wrong.
You know, this boy right here used to be my right hand. He's always been a big help.
You shut your mouth.
Why don't you tell the nice old man here, Jimmy, how I used to do anything I'd say?
Shut up!
Tell him I even used to help me to kill. Tell him.
Turn around.
Still trigger happy, huh?
She's on.
Jimmy!
All right, Doc. Well, I appreciate your help. Thank you.
You gonna be all right?
Doc says he is.
It's all my fault. I heard the shots and
I know. I let him rattle me.
I ain't like you, Jimmy. Letting a man do that to you.
Dobbins ain't no ordinary man.
What do you mean?
Dobbins used to be marshal around here. I was on my own, drifting. I'd been hungry for about 3 days. He caught me stealing eggs out of a hen house, so instead of arresting me, he put me to work.
As a deputy?
No. Just odd office jobs. Whatever he wanted me to do.
Kind of like me and Teaspoon.
You got some explaining to do, Cody.
For what?
For what you wrote about us?
Just telling the truth, that's all.
The truth? You call this the truth? A former Texas Ranger who spends more time with his boots on his desk than in his stirrups?
All right, but I see, Teaspoon.
A rider who's so attached to his whip he sleeps with it under his pillow.
A fella who talks more to his horse than his girlfriend?
Now, fellas, a little humor keeps the readers interested. Excuse me.
Runt of the litter?
And I'm too much of a lady to read what you wrote about me, but you'd never know it by what you said.
A man's got a right to say what he thinks.
Only if he thinks before he says it.
Freedom of speech, Lou. This makes this country so great. Now, if y'all excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
You know, it occurs to me there's something else that makes this country great. The sweet act of revenge.
This Dobbins sounds like an interesting fella. Marshal one day, outlaw the next.
Why don't you just leave it alone, Jesse?
Just thought you'd see right through a man like that.
Look, I hadn't seen as much then as I've seen now. It was only about your age.
So what happened?
These gold shipments from California were getting robbed a lot. Leland, the fella who was running the freight office, he wanted Dobbins to stop him.
What'd he do?
Dobbins told Leland to take the next shipment off the wagon before it got into town, so that he could take these outlaws without risking the gold. And there were no outlaws. It was Dobbins who was stealing the gold. He was setting Leland up, but I never seemed to catch him. Not until later. And Leland's wife was a widow.
Cody's mouth is so big the rest of the riders could climb inside, but who'd want to, considering his breath? The way this fella rides, you'd think he must have trained on a goat instead of a horse.
That one's mine. How do you like it?
What's going on here, Lou?
Lou? Don't you mean runt of the litter?
Y'all still getting riled up about that?
Not anymore. We're getting even. You inspired us, Cody. We're sending copies of these off to that True Tales of the West.
You wouldn't.
Mm-hmm. Freedom of speech. See, we all wrote one. We figure that way they're bound to print at least one, maybe two, maybe one every month, or maybe a whole year of stories about you, Cody. What do you think?
I think I'm gonna be sick. You haven't sent him off yet, have you?
Kid's taking him on his next run. You know if he left yet?
Howdy.
So, how'd you like him?
Not exactly my style.
Look, we'd all like to be writers, but you're the published author here.
And I'm sure that magazine would love to get another story from you about us.
I'm sure they would.
And maybe this time it can be a true tale of the West. A real true tale of the West.
I'm starting to get inspired.
And maybe this time you'll let us see it before you send it off.
Sir, excuse me.
Something I can do for you?
Yeah, I'm looking for Sarah Leland. Sam Leland's widow. You know where I might find her?
Might. You a friend of hers?
No, not exactly, but I just need to speak with her.
What about?
Well, it's none of your concern, really. Can you just tell me where she is?
That poor woman's got enough troubles without you bothering her.
Jimmy, hold! Let him go. I'm real sorry, mister. There's a good reason why he's trying to find her. She seems to be in a little trouble, and we aim to stop her.
She and her boy live in a cabin a couple miles north of here. Just off the main road. You can't miss it.
Thank you.
All right, children, class is dismissed. Come and drink with me. I'll be right back. Miss Wells, will we still see one else? Bye, Miss Wells. Bye now. Hurry up now. Get my blood. Be careful now. Got a big whopper of a frog. You should see it. Hope your mom will let you do your chores later. Hey, I forgot my jacket. You go on ahead. I'll catch up to you.
Hey, Seth. Remember me?
No.
You are Sam Leland's boy, right?
That's right.
Yeah, well, I'm an old friend of your pa's. Now, what's that coming right out of your ear, huh? Well, looky here. Real gold. You ever seen a coin like that, huh? Maybe your pa had one.
Oh.
This must be the place.
Yeah.
Don't you think it's time, Jimmy?
For what?
Time you told me what this is all about?
It's about me. It's about me looking so hard for the good in somebody that I couldn't see the bad.
Dobbins?
Yeah. Dobbins convinced me that Leland had stolen the gold. So we went to track him down.
Did you find him?
I led Dobbins right to him. But the gold wasn't there. So Leland panicked, took out his gun, and Dobbins shot him. I didn't find out till later that Dobbins had set him up. He was long gone by then. He must still be looking for that gold. He's got to figure the only person who can help him find it is that woman down there. The widow of an innocent man whose death I'm partly to blame for.
Something I can help you?
Ma'am?
You got a lot of nerve coming here.
I've come to help you.
Help me? Just like you helped my husband?
That's why I'm here, ma'am.
What, to say you're sorry? To say it was all Dobbins' fault? Well, you already said that, and it won't help now any more than it did back then. My husband was a good man. An honest man. Because of you, he's dead. There ain't nothing more for us to say. Now get off my land.
Tell me about Dobbins, ma'am. Seems he's busted out of jail and come looking for the gold.
Dobbins and the gold can go straight to hell. And if you don't ride out of here right now, I'll send you there to meet him.
Mrs. Leland! Mrs. Leland! Mrs. Leland!
What is it, Luke?
It's Seth. He left school with some stranger.
What'd he look like, son?
Real rough. Dressed in a long duster.
Dobbins.
You're the one who brought this on us. Why'd you have to come back here? Wasn't leading him to my husband enough? You had to lead him to my son, too? He's only a boy! Oh!
Mrs. Leland.
Go away.
I don't want to be here any more than you want me here. But Dobbins has got your son, and I've got to find him.
Why would he take Seth?
Because he's looking for the gold. Now, Dobbins must figure that Seth knows where it is.
He doesn't. He doesn't know anything about what happened back then. Seth doesn't even know how his daddy died.
Didn't you ever go looking for it?
Don't you understand? I didn't care about the gold. Finding the gold wasn't going to bring back my husband.
Jimmy. Look, ma'am, I know how you feel about Jimmy, but you gotta let him help find your boy.
Why?
Because he's the only one who can. And he needs to. Are you sure Seth has no idea where your husband took the gold?
We could have been a million places.
My father used to take me and my brother Frank up to special places in the wild. Secret places. Places only we knew about. Did Seth and his father have a place like that?
Well, there was a place in the woods. A place my husband had been going to since he was a boy.
this the place?
Yes, sir. See? Here? Every year, Pa'd make these marks to see how much I grew. His Pa did the same for him when he was young. Pa says this tree is part of our history.
You better hope it still is.
Let me go! Let me go!
Which way?
I don't know.
What if we don't find him?
We will.
You don't know that, Jimmy.
Yeah, I do. It's my responsibility.
It ain't like you killed Leland.
No, but I did everything but pull the trigger, Jesse. Look, if we don't find that boy... Come on. You stay here. I mean it this time. Your hands where I can see them.
You're always were persistent, Jimmy.
Please!
Hold on, son. I'll be right there.
Help me!
Can't see.
You hit?
Damn it, I told you to stay out of this.
Let me see.
It's nothing.
We gotta get out of here.
No, he's still got the boy, Jesse.
What do you want me to do?
Look, I'll keep Dobbins busy. You circle around and you get the boy. Now, when you get the boy, you keep going until you get all the way home. Just in case. Now go. Jesse? Jesse?
Yeah. I'll go get Seth.
Give me the gun.
Oh, Seth. Oh, Seth.
Mr. Hickok. I don't know what to say, but
You don't need to say anything. I'm just happy I got your boy back to you. Take care of your mom.
well, you boys ride safe now.
Thanks, man.
Wait! That man, he was the one who killed my pa, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Paul was a good man, Seth. I'm sorry you didn't get to know him too well.
Were you his friend?
No, but I would have liked to have been.
It's a long way home. You gonna start talking to me sometime soon?
Sure. Not angry with you.
It's a first.
No, I've been meaning to thank you for saving my life back then.
There's nothing.
It wasn't.
It was different than I thought it'd be.
Harder?
No, just different. Think you'll stop feeling guilty now?
Maybe. You think you'll start?
No. Not Jimmy.
Not.
Okay, you got me.
And what are you gonna do with me?
Jimmy! Jimmy! Come on, son. It ain't like we've been riding all night.
It was dark when we left Rock Creek.
It was a cloudy morning, yes. You know, you had your way, you'd sleep through the best years of your life.
No, I wouldn't. But I would on my days off, which is what today is supposed to be.
No doubt. I told you I'm sorry. Lou and the kid are on a special run. The rest of the boys are out, too.
Could have waited for Kid and Lou to come back, you know.
No, I couldn't. For one thing, they had some time off, too.
Now, wait a minute.
And for another, although I'm hoping against it, well, I may just need your gun.
You really think so, huh?
Davenport's a small town in the middle of a big nowhere. And with a gang that's already killed a marshal, and a prisoner, this gang might want to spring, and a deputy wet behind the ears caught between them. What we got is
a lot of trouble.
Maybe. But since it's 3 days away, I figured riding made more sense than waiting.
Well, I just hope the Kid and Lou are having a grand old time.
So, kid, what are you thinking about doing with your time off when we get back to Rock Creek?
Actually, I was thinking of doing something with him before I get back. Before we get back.
Like what?
Well, we're coming up on a little town. It's supposed to be real quiet. It's supposed to have a restaurant where you can get a real fine meal. The kind of place where men take off their hats.
I don't know about you, kid, but seeing how I'm supposed to be a man, I'm better off the kind of place where I can leave mine on.
Well, that's just it, Lou. You wouldn't have to pretend. You could dress up like a lady. We could have a real night on the town.
I didn't bring anything to wear.
You don't have to wear anything. I mean, I don't care what you wear. I just want to be with you.
How do you know so much about this town?
I don't know. I asked around. Come on, Lou. This is something I've wanted to do for a long time.
All right. What's the name of this town, anyway?
Davenport.
If love can be measured by what one is willing to sacrifice, Marshal Oakley was the best friend this town ever had. For as our Lord gave himself to be taken that we might live, Marshal Oakley, too, gave his life for us. We should reflect on those aspects of our lives that we so often take for granted. Aspects Marshal Oakley realized were worth dying for. Let's pray.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon. We'd like to get a room.
Sure. Mr. and Mrs.
We're not married.
Oh, I'm afraid I'll have to give you separate rooms. On separate floors.
That'll be fine.
Supper's at 6. Sharp.
No, thanks. We've got plans.
Kid, I don't know if this is such a good idea.
Meet me down here at 6:30, all right?
Where are you going?
I gotta take care of the horses.
6:30.
Sorry, son couldn't help but watch you.
I guess I was putting on quite a show.
Oh, no. don't be embarrassed. This town could use a whole lot more people with smiles on their faces like yours.
I heard about your marshal this afternoon. I guess it hit people pretty hard, huh?
Yeah. I keep trying to tell them something good can come from a man's death, but I see they're having their doubts.
I guess you can't blame them.
No, I guess not. Faith is of such short supply these days.
Someone said Teaspoon Hunter's coming to get your prisoner. He'll make things right again. He's a good man.
So is Marshal Oakley.
What are you looking at?
You're beautiful. I thought you said you didn't have any clothes.
I snuck out this afternoon and went to some shops.
I got these for you.
Well, kid looks like you may be right. This could turn out to be a special night after all.
All right. I'll admit that it wasn't dark when we left this one.
That's good of you, Jimmy.
But it is dark now, so what do you say we stop and make camp?
I say that's a good idea. As soon as we find us a place.
No! No! I ain't done nothing! I ain't done nothing! Shut your mouth!
Come on, let's get on with it.
Kill him! Oh! No!
You better get down.
Kick it out, Jim.
Get over with.
Let's go. Hey, Wally, don't let him see you fight.
Well, it looks like he's been shot, too.
Easy there. Gonna make it?
Answer the man.
I don't know.
Awful pretty out, ain't it?
Yeah, you are. And it is.
That was one of the best meals I ever had.
Uh-huh.
Kid, why didn't you just come out and say whatever's been on your mind since we left Rock Creek?
It's that obvious, huh?
More.
All right. Lou, what I got to say, it ain't easy.
All right.
Trust me with this. It'll be easier if you just don't interrupt. Lou, what I got to say to you, it ain't easy. But it's time it got said. Now, you know how I feel about you.
I don't mind being reminded. Oh, sorry.
Sometimes when we're together, everything is it's so perfect. It's so romantic. And other times, like today at the hotel, or when you're dressed up like a boy, it's kind of difficult.
No.
So I come up with an idea that'll make things easier and better. Lou? Louise? Willie.
prisoner. They robbed the bank and killed the marshal. He's one of them.
Let me see that.
They'll be back.
Is there any other law in town?
Sun's coming up. Do you think they'll come back?
What do you think, huh? Your friends want you bad enough?
Of course they do. We stick together.
How old are you? 16?
17. Almost 18.
How come you ride with men like that? Did your family teach you better?
They are my family.
How long do you think it'll take Teaspoon to get here?
At least tomorrow. Next day at the latest. It's too long. They'll be back before that.
Why don't you just let me go?
Why don't you just be quiet?
What about you, miss? Ain't this a little dangerous for a lady like you?
You gonna shut your mouth or am I gonna shut it for you?
Tell me something. What do you care what happens here anyway?
Just want to do what's right.
Now that's a big job for someone who ain't even wearing a badge.
Maybe you're right.
What's your name? Esmond Johnson.
I'm James Hickok. There's Teaspoon Hunter. You know who did this to you?
That was bad. They said I took liberties with a white woman. Can you imagine? Old man like me.
Easy.
Mr. Johnson, sir, you from around here?
No, they caught up with me on my way north. I'm from Missouri.
You're a slave, ain't you?
Not anymore. Don't let nobody tell you different. A noose could give a man powerful sore throat.
Gotta find the ones who done this to him.
Think we can do that?
Why not?
Because it might take us days to track them, and even when we found them, it's just our word against theirs in a town full of their friends. Besides, finding him don't take care of our business in Davenport.
So what do you suppose we do?
Take him with us.
Let the prisoner go. The gang will leave us alone. Here he comes.
Just a minute. I'll give you some help.
Ain't gonna find none here.
We don't want any trouble.
Well, you already got trouble. I'm just trying to keep matters from getting worse.
Wearing that badge probably ain't the best way to go about it.
You're right to be on your guard. They're watching you. Those men who want Dawkins said they'd give you till sundown, then they're gonna come and get you. No one's gonna help you.
No one? You could ride out towards Rock Creek. Maybe meet up with Marshal Hunter. Let him know that he's headed for a lot worse trouble than he expects.
No, please.
I guess you were right. Faith really is in short supply.
All right. All right.
You keeping me here, you're going against some real outlaws.
They're such a mean bunch. What did they want with you?
I can ride and shoot with the best of them.
What's your name?
Dawkins.
Your first name?
Ain't important. That other one. He a fella?
Guess he is. Yeah.
What's his first name?
Ain't important.
I ain't never had my own gal.
Asking for help around here is like sending a bucket down a dry well. How'd the two of you get along?
Oh, he's all right. As long as you don't listen to anything he says.
Well, he's right about one thing. This ain't no place for you, Lou.
Kid.
I mean it. Now, even if you can't get out of town, someone will take you in.
There's no way I'm leaving you.
I hope you two are praying. Because the Lord's the only one that's gonna get you out of this mess.
You don't know how right he is.
How is he? Sleeping. Between you and me, I don't think he's gonna pull through.
I tell you, it's hard to believe there are men on the face of God's earth that'd do something like that.
You know those kind of men, Teaspoon. Texas is full of them.
Jimmy, just because Texas is siding with the South don't mean everybody down there believes in lynching.
I learned from my daddy what kind of men side with the South. And it's the same kind of men that lynched him. And I know that.
You know me too, don't you?
The thing with you is you were smart enough to leave.
Ah! You've done enough. This is their way of telling us what'll happen to us if they catch us with you.
I told you how important I am. How bad they want me.
happened to the preacher ain't your fault, kid.
You sure? Is what we're doing wrong here? Should I just back off like everyone wants?
That ain't the kid I know asking that kind of question.
We can't defend this office with a couple borrowed guns and high hopes. At least not long enough for Teaspoon to get here.
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna have to make a run for it.
How you feeling?
Been better, that's for sure. I want to thank you for what you did.
Well, I wish I could have done a hell of a lot more. For the men who done this to you and the rest of them who stand with the South.
Jimmy, not enough of that.
Teaspoon, why don't you take a good look at what they done to him? And he's one of the lucky ones. Fellas all over the South kill men like him every single day.
Son, when's it going to get through to you that there's some people down there with more important things on their mind than worrying about the color of a man's skin?
Like what?
Like defending the soil they was born on. Like believing they ought to have more of a say about their life than a bunch of politicians in Washington City. Jimmy, you just can't look at the South like it was an enemy. It's a place people call home. It's a place I call home.
Nobody's home is as important as a man's life.
Yeah. Well, we might find out about that.
What are you saying?
I'm saying if war breaks out, I might just go home.
When the kid shows up, you do as I say, or I'll shoot you dead.
I ain't met the woman yet who'd want any part of this.
Well, maybe you just ain't met the right kind of woman.
You scared?
Be a fool if I wasn't.
You must really love him.
What's the matter? Ain't you never done something 'cause you love someone?
This should do.
Hey, give me a hand. What's wrong with you?
Well, for starters, We're lost in a territory you probably know like the back of your hand. You ain't opening your mouth to help us.
Why should I?
Because we're helping you.
You're crazy.
Did you notice anything strange about your friends back there?
Like what?
Like they were shooting at you. Not us.
Hey, I think your fella here's been missing a little bit too much sleep lately.
No, he ain't. He's right, and you know it.
You don't got much to say for yourself now, do you? That's some family you got.
Jimmy?
Leaving. Gonna find the ones who tried to kill Esmond.
I told you we can't do that.
I got something to tell the both of you. Please, I ain't got much time left to say this. Listen. Now listen, you two been real good to me. You showed me compassion. And I'm troubled you ain't showing the same kinship toward each other. You friends, ain't you?
I thought so.
You gonna need friends.
Why's that?
'Cause there's evil coming, boy. It's all around us, like a fire licking at dry woods. You turn your head fast enough sometimes, you can almost see it.
What are you talking about?
The biggest damnedest fight you ever seen. Some say it's gonna tear this country right in two. You believe that?
I believe that I can make things better by finding the men who strung you up.
No. No! No! You go looking for them. You'll never find the evil.
Then where is it?
Here. And here. Inside. You angry 'cause he talking about defending his home, where he was born. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And you done forgot that a boy his age knows he's right before an argument begins. He ain't been wrong enough times to remember what it's like. The fire is coming, and it's gonna burn like nothing you ever seen. We can't stop it either. But don't none of us have to offer ourselves up to it. You better remember what made you friends. 'Cause if you ride out of here in separate directions, one day when you look up, you're gonna see the man that was once your friend holding a gun on you.
Why don't you get some sleep? I'll keep watch for a while.
Well, this little trip of ours hasn't exactly turned out the way I planned it.
I don't know. Parts of it have been all right. Had a nice time the other night eating and walking under the stars. Kid, there was something you were gonna ask me. Before the shooting started?
Yeah.
Well, you still want to ask me. Now's as good a time as any.
I ain't so sure I ought to ask it anymore.
Why not?
What we've gone through in the past couple days scares me to think of what could have happened to you. What still might happen. It's made me think twice.
the problem with you, kid? Too much thinking, not enough doing.
Last night, I didn't mean for things to come out the way they did.
Sounded like you knew what you was saying to me.
Damn it, Lou. I love you.
Yeah? You sure got a strange way of showing it.
What do you want? To help you? You're right, I do know my way around here. Maybe we can give those fellas the slip.
Is there some reason I should believe you now?
I do. Let's get going.
He died last night. I didn't want to disturb him till the sun come up and I could dig him a grave. Getting ready to do that now.
You know, he might have lived longer if he hadn't gotten so fired up talking to us last night.
Maybe, but what he said, it was important to him to say it.
It was important to me, too. He was right. I'm sorry.
Well, hold on a minute, Jenny. First you're going to say I'm sorry, and then I'm going to say, no, I'm sorry, and then you're going to say it again, and we'll waste the whole morning. Why don't you just give me a hand putting Mr. Johnson to rest?
You know, I think he'd feel good knowing the two friends took care of him at the end.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You know, seeing as how we're helping each other out, it wouldn't hurt you to open up a bit. Ain't like I'm asking you your first name or nothing.
Good. What were your parents like?
Hmm?
Your parents. When raised up good, you must have had good parents.
Me and the kid are both orphans. Just like you.
Ain't that something?
Why, we seem different to you?
Different than anyone I ever spent time with. We love each other.
Sometimes I ain't so sure.
You like being with them, don't you?
Yeah, but
Feels the same way about you, don't you think?
I guess.
Does it make you feel like you belong when you're with them?
Well, yeah.
You want to be with them when it's dark?
It's none of your business.
You're in love.
Since when did you become such an expert on love?
I just thought a lot about it, is all.
What were you doing with that gang anyway?
I told you. I'm real.
Important, I know you told me. Now tell me the truth.
I was watching the horses. That's all they'd let me do. They didn't want no part of me, but I just kept dogging them.
Why?
I just wanted to belong, you know? Wanted them to be my friends. Now they're trying to kill me. Probably think I'm gonna give you their names. Hell, I don't even know what they are. give anything in the world to have something like what you two got. You don't know how lucky you are.
Guess I don't.
You asked me if I'd ever done something because I love someone. I guess you know the answer to that. I'll tell you. I could die happy if I did. What are you doing? What?
What are you talking about?
I'll hold him off. Come on, get! You stay with her. You don't let her turn back, you hear? Come on! Come on, hold still so I can tie this off.
Leave me alone. Kid could be dead out there and I gotta go find out.
They'll kill you.
I don't care.
Then let me help you.
Like you helped the kid? It's your fault he got shot. You've been about as much use to us as you were to that gang.
Listen. I can take you to their hideout. If the kid's alive, they'll be holding him there.
What would they even want with him?
They want me. They might figure you'll come after him and bring me along. Come on, we got no choice.
Why are you willing to do this? They want to kill you.
I got my reasons.
What the hell's going on?
I don't know, but it don't look like anybody's too interested in talking about it.
I will.
Well, you seen what happened?
They all did. They lost their faith, and with it, their courage. Finding your friends might go a long way to returning both.
They're over the next rise.
Wait a minute. What I said before about this being your fault?
He was right.
No. I wasn't. It's mine. Kid's kind of bullheaded. Takes things pretty serious. Last time he told me he loved me, I told him he had a strange way of showing it. Guess he thinks he has to prove it to me.
I think he did a pretty good job.
You don't have to be a part of this, you know.
Yeah, I do. I've been waiting for this my whole life.
It's over on my horse. I'll go get it. Doc. He was checking his bedroll, I think.
Dawkins?
one moving, you're dead.
I got him.
Kid.
Where's the other one?
Hold it right there.
You all right?
Yeah. How'd you find me?
Dawkins helped, didn't you? Oh, God. What?
Adrian. It's my first name. Always wanted to do something for someone I loved.
I want to thank you for helping Marshal Hunter find us.
It was just luck my overhearing one of the men mention where they made camp. Those two, they're good men. Was he?
He died saving my life. He died for us.
And you are truly blessed.
He's right, you know.
You didn't know that all along?
Maybe I did. Maybe I took it for granted. Promise me something, kid. Promise to never ride on without me again. If there's any trouble, I want to face it with you.
I promise. As long as you promise not to interrupt me again.
For how long?
Just as long as I gotta say what I gotta say.
This ain't gonna be one of your practice speeches, is it? Sorry.
Louise McLeod. Will you marry?
Guess that means yes.
Yes.
Xin chào mọi người, rồi, ở video trước mình đã hướng dẫn mọi người móc xong được hàng móc thứ 7 của phần thân của búp bê Gocho. Thì đến với video ngày hôm nay mình sẽ tiếp tục hướng dẫn mọi người thực hiện tiếp lên hàng móc thứ 8 của phần thân búp bê này nha. Lên hàng móc thứ 8 thì mình sẽ móc toàn bộ là mũi móc đơn nha. Ở hàng móc này mình sẽ không tăng và cũng không giảm mũi. Mình giữ nguyên số chân mũi từ hàng móc thứ 7 lên nha. Khi móc thì mỗi chân mũi mình sẽ móc một mũi móc đơn và lặp lại cho đến cuối hàng. Ở hàng móc này mình sẽ có được tổng cộng là 24 chân mũi, tương ứng với lại 24 mũi móc đơn mà mình cần phải móc nha. Sau khi móc xong được 24 mũi móc đơn thì mình sẽ móc vào chân mũi đầu tiên một mũi trượt để kết hàng. Tiếp theo là lên hàng móc thứ 9. Trước tiên mình móc 3 mũi móc đơn. Sau đó móc một mũi móc tăng. Và tiếp theo ở hàng móc này mình sẽ lặp lại công thức 3 đơn và 1 tăng nha. Ở 3 mũi móc đơn thì mình lại móc tiếp một mũi móc tăng. Sau đó là lặp lại công thức cho đến cuối hàng nha. Một đơn, 2 đơn, 3 đơn, sau đó là tăng mũi. Ở hàng này mình sẽ lặp lại công thức tổng cộng là 6 lần nha. Sau khi đã móc xong được hàng móc thứ 9 này thì mình sẽ kết hàng. Sau đó là lên đến hàng móc thứ 10. Ở hàng móc thứ 10 thì mình sẽ sử dụng toàn bộ là mũi móc đơn nha. Hàng móc này mình sẽ không tăng và cũng không giảm mũi. Mình giữ nguyên số chân mũi từ hàng móc thứ 9 nha. Khi móc thì mỗi chân mũi mình móc một mũi móc đơn và lặp lại cho đến cuối hàng nha. Ở hàng móc này mình sẽ có được tổng cộng là 30 chân mũi, tương ứng với lại 30 mũi móc đơn mà mình cần phải móc nha. Sau khi móc xong 30 mũi móc đơn thì mình sẽ kết hàng. Và như vậy là mình đã móc xong được hàng móc thứ 10 của phần thân búp bê Gocho rồi nha.